Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
And now, another edition of Wrestling with Attitude from Charlotte, North Carolina, the best wrestling podcast out there today. With your host, the intellectual savior of the masses, The Summit.
If we have any 6'5" women that are interested, Steven Singlesley, D-Generation Sex, Bo Generation.
And the mouth of the Carolinas, Little Steven.
Don't be talking to the 18-day champion like that. Bo, conversationalist person. Bo,
Hey.
horrible.
The former 6-month champ, the melting pot, JP.
Just go back and do that, RVD. Go back to Philadelphia. I'm sure there's a bingo hall. You could sweep the floors, give the old ladies another marker.
Little Steve.
And the face of the company, Mike.
J-Bo-L.
Michael.
You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, and Spreaker.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook and tweet us at WWA Show. Wrestling with Attitude.
Welcome to the show this week. What?
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah, I'm glad you're excited.
Oh, yeah, when you're the champ, you're always excited. Yeah, feels good, Brooklyn.
God help me. I mean, it's been two pay-per-views in a row.
Oh, it's been a lot more than that, sir.
No,
I'm looking
it's
at my freckles, and it's been about 4. Count
No,
them,
it's not been
4.
four. It's
I
not
am
been
the
4.
4-month champ on this show, and it feels good.
Okay, I'm officially in hell.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Yeah, not only do you win SummerSlam picks, but your girl wins the Divas title.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this just sucks.
I'm going to marry that girl someday.
But the good news, my boy is not only world champion, but he's U.S. champ at the same time. And he beat You Can't See Me Cena because you can't knee me anymore.
Yeah, we'll talk about that,
Yeah.
Mr. Psh.
Don't
Psh.
hate. Don't hate.
Psh.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah, don't hate, dude. It's
I
all right.
will hate.
So, anyway, welcome to the show this week. It's me and the mouth just this week running solo.
Where's I don't want to critique here, but you might not want to say me in the mouth.
Of the Carolinas, pervert. Jeez.
Hey, look, WWE got it wrong with the sorority submission. Well, I don't want us to get it wrong.
Don't worry. I'm not getting it wrong. You might. But anyway, this week, we're going to have one of our shows this week. We're going to talk about SummerSlam. We're going to talk about Raw this past Monday. We're going to talk about TNA for a couple minutes, too. Yes, I want to talk about TNA for a few minutes because things are happening.
Oh, you mean
on
Global
that
Force
show.
Wrestling?
Yeah, don't even get me started. We'll talk about Tough Enough a little bit. So we got a lot to talk about. But before we go any further, yes, it's that time.
What?
It's time for your weekly Truth Bomb. Summit's Truth Bomb this week.
God.
Yep. Before we talk about WWE, because I got a lot to talk about. This week on Impact Wrestling, that you can see on Destination America, in case you don't have it. This week, so, the storyline has been Jeff Jarrett's been helping out Dixie Carter. This week, all right, Dixie Carter was supposed to tell Jeff Jarrett if he was going to run the company forever or not. It reminded me to talk about Eric Young, too. That's the other thing.
Okay.
So, anyway, he comes out without his wife, Karen. Him and Dixie are in the ring. Drew Galloway, who's been there a total of 2 months, is the hero. He comes out before Dixie says, I'm going to turn the company over to you to run it, Jeff. Drew Galloway comes out. He's like, I got information, Dixie, you need to hear about because we can't give the company to Jeff Jarrett. And he says the rental car that people use to get to attack Bully Ray, who's now Bubba Ray, all in 3 weeks. That's what you get for taping.
Yeah.
Then you had Drew Galloway got beat up. Well, he found videotape, which, by the way, he never showed the videotape, of them driving off in a rental car that was under Jeff Jarrett's name. Ooh, yeah. It was under Jeff Jarrett's rental name.
Name?
Yes. So I'm sure, So Dixie looks at him. Jeff Jarrett said, I didn't do it. Karen Jarrett comes out. I did it. Jeff, you worked so hard to get where you need to be, and you deserve this moment. I rented the car out in your name. So she was behind all the attacks in TNA because she had the wrestlers beating them up, I guess, the Global Force guys. Anyway, Jeff turns and says, Dixie, I got to do what I got to do. He he kicks Drew Galloway in between the Twingleberries.
Between the Galloways?
Between the Galloways, yes. Anyway, he kicks him. All the Global Force wrestling guys come out, invade the ring, and they all beat up TNA. By the way, we never see Bobby Roode come out. Any of the real good name, James Storm, anybody else? No.
No Bully Ray?
No, Bully Ray's been busy this week. So, anyway, that's the story. I hate that they're using TNA guys, and Sanjay Dutt is there. But my issue with this is Bobby Roode has already tweeted that he signed Global Force Wrestling. So he's going to be changing sides too. It's going to be TNA guys. TNA guys are going to go to Global Force, okay? And then, so it's going to be TNA versus Global Force with guys from TNA.
This is so
So
stupid.
you're not going to have any new talent. You got PJ Black is the new King of the Mountain champion. Next week on the show, he fights Bobby Roode for the King of the Mountain title, which obviously he won't win. Then we got EC3 versus Matt Hardy for the world title next week. But EC3 threw a challenge out there. If he wins, Jeff Hardy has to be his personal assistant.
That'll never happen.
So, we already know what's going to happen. Jeff Hardy is going to turn on Matt because you've never seen it.
Yeah.
And
What?
you've never seen Jeff turn on Matt turned on Jeff in WWE. Get it right. But anyway, that's happening. Plus, the last thing I want to talk. Here's my last thing about TNA, so we'll move on. This week on TNA, there was a match, Eric Young versus Chris Melendez. Okay. In case you know who he is a former U.S. Army veteran that is in TNA wrestling with one leg. Okay? I don't have a problem with him being in wrestling. What I have a problem with is every time a guy with a leg missing, arm, whatever, they always use that for the company. I don't like it. The guy's an Army veteran. First of all, I don't like messing with Army veterans and anything else. But yeah, the guy, he comes out and they have the match and he loses to Eric Young. Eric Young wins his leg. And as he's holding the leg above his head and said, I'm going to put this on my mantle. Really, dude?
So does the American Patriot come out after that?
No.
I mean, really.
Stop. TNA, stop it. I mean, guy, he's hopping around in the ring. Eric Young keeps stepping back like, come on, catch up to me so you can hand me the leg. And finally he throws it to him. But I don't like the angle. I never have. So, that was my little about TNA this week. It's not getting better. It's a shame. Anyway, moving back, we'll switch back to WWE. There's some things. First of all, let's talk about Tough Enough. Josh and Sarah Lee won this week on Tough Enough. I will say, did you get a chance to watch it?
Nope.
You should have. In case they had their 4 entrances this week. Amanda came out. She wrestled. The ladies wrestled Alicia Fox. The guys wrestled Cesaro. Okay, on
Yeah,
the network.
I saw
on
that.
USA Network. Anyway, Amanda came out wearing a green jacket with 2 roses on the back called Mandy Rose. Okay, and her outfit was very revealing. She had a decent match against Alicia Fox. Not bad. It was all right. It was probably a better match than Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee came out. Her ring name was Hope. And she wore a Mick Foley basically
Yeah, I saw
cut
that.
off.
I wanted her to win.
Yeah. Anyway, she had a decent match. She messed up a little bit. They both did promos before the match. Mm-hmm. Sarah Lee's promo was better and actually showed more emotion, like some fire in her. And that's what they've been trying to get her to stop smiling. Anyway, she ends up winning. I want to talk about that, though, about what Amanda said. Then, for the guys, the first match was ZZ versus Cesaro. ZZ comes out wearing a alligator head on top of his head, and with alligator going all the way down. Mm-hmm. All right, absolutely horrible.
It makes
outfit.
sense.
No,
He's
it makes
Cajun.
sense. It makes sense, but it was so big. There was no emotion in his entrance. Nothing. Then he gets in the ring, and the match goes 2 minutes, and he's so out of shape.
Yeah.
His promo, Cesaro comes out while he's doing his promo because it was out of place. You know, he said, "Don't mess with the gator grip." You know, because that's his saying, which is okay. Wow. But after the match, you know, he goes to the judges and judges tell him how he did, and he was so out of shape, you know, for 2 minutes. And then, of course, the last match was Josh the Yeti was his name. And Yeti comes out, and it was actually a good match. His outfit was horrible.
His outfit was horrible.
His tights were horrible. Let me take that back. What the Game of Thrones thing was cool. That was cool. He should have, like, pants instead of short shorts. But that was cool. But the guy's in shape, and he can go. He had a very good match with Cesaro. His first match on live TV was a really good match. So I could see him going somewhere with the company. He won for the guys. I could see him going somewhere. I hope he does. Because you look at him, he's lost a lot of weight. He's in the gym. He's working on it. That's all you can ask. You know, I'm glad ZZ didn't win because the work ethic compared to Josh, not even close. Josh was killing the work ethic. You got to have work ethic, dude. At least Sarah Lee works. What?
I don't know.
You haven't watched the show, so how you gonna form an opinion?
Well, no, I've watched it. What I do is I do the weekly watch where I just do the sum up because I'm not going to take an hour out of my day to watch that. It's just not worth it. But
It's 30 minutes.
But
You ain't gonna take. Yeah, your day is so rough.
it's so rough. I don't need worse. I don't need the WWE universe telling me more stuff I don't want to know about. Okay, because that's all it's about, man. It has nothing to do with these guys. It has everything to do with WWE universe.
All right, or forget it. Since you ain't gonna actually, you ain't gonna actually talk about it, or give it a chance. You got to actually give it a chance.
I tried to give it a chance, but you got rid of everybody that was good on the show. And you left it down to ZZ and Josh. Now, yes, I'll give Josh credit. He's good, but Tanner should have been the winner. I'm sorry.
Tanner should have been in it. No, Josh should have been the winner.
No, I'm sorry.
They got it right with Josh.
I like Tanner, though. I saw him wrestle. I like him.
Listen, Josh had a better character. He at least had a character. Tanner didn't have any character, charisma, dude. Not like Josh has.
No, but I don't know. I like Tanner. I just thought he was built better.
Okay.
I just thought he was built better. And with the women, Sarah Lee, okay. I'll give her a shot. But Amanda,
Well, okay. I just want you to talk about the guys for a minute. No, I didn't want you to talk about the divas yet because I need to talk about that. I want to talk about that. The Amanda during the pay-per-view, and, I really hated this. Amanda and I agree with what I'm about to say. During the match, I'm trying to find the whole story. I can't find it. But Amanda actually, during the show, said she attacked Sarah Lee. She was like, she's sleeping her way to the top, and people really don't know who she is. She's playing a role she's not. Well, guess what? On wrestling, you're supposed to play a character you're not. But yes, you are. Come on, dude. You do. Majority of you. So most of the people aren't who they really say they are. Most. But my problem is she basically called her a slut on TV. She called her a slut on TV. Okay, I don't like somebody that slams you on TV to try to win something. Okay, she tried to sway the votes the wrong way. Okay, none of the judges said a single thing about what she said about Sarah. I have an issue with that. You, as a judge, that's bullying. That's bullying. And you have a Be a Star bullying campaign, and you don't say squat. I have an issue.
Well,
You should say something. Amanda should not character attack the girl. Okay?
No.
We wouldn't be okay if a guy did it, but the girl does it and she looks hot. It's okay to do it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my issue.
no, it's because, dude, it's like I've been saying, it's ratings, man. They look at it as ratings.
But if a guy said it wouldn't matter if it was ratings. If it was rating, and Mick Foley actually had some nice words on Facebook about it. I agree with him exactly what he said. If a judge, if it was a guy, they would have said, hey, no, that's not called for.
Yeah, but because it's a girl, it's
Because
okay.
yeah, and that's BS.
It is
You need to
BS.
call people out. You need to hold her accountable. And you know what said? They'll sign her to a contract.
Yep.
To work developmental. She'll be down in the minors for a while. But they'll sign her to a contract, even though she had just that girl really got under my skin watching that.
Well, I mean, that's what happens, man. I mean, seriously, it's wrong.
What do you mean it's what happened?
It's because that's how people are sometimes. Yeah, she shouldn't have got away with it, but she did. And unfortunately, but here's the thing. What's going to happen is she's going to go nowhere in that company, because if she keeps that attitude, she's going to go nowhere. Literally.
Right.
How many people have we seen with that attitude go somewhere?
Right.
If you don't want to play ball, go home.
But we've seen it on this, and the same with, not the same with Eva Marie, but they need people that are team players, not all these girls that are on trash other ones.
Yeah.
And, that's not how you make the product better.
No, it's not.
Okay, so,
Same thing with Cameron.
It just has no business in, I know it's a reality TV
Yeah.
show, but there's a point. You got to stand up, especially when you got a Be a Star campaign about bullying, and you're doing it on national TV.
See, that's the thing about WWE that is confusing, is that they have so many different campaigns that what they do on TV has nothing to do with the campaign that they...
The
but that's-
campaign is a main campaign.
Yeah.
That they talk about 4 times
Yeah.
during Raw. 3 times maybe.
We
But
see
they talk
bullying
about
on
it every
Raw,
time.
though, all the time.
We don't see a reality TV show where they're picking on the other, talking about their sex life during the show.
I mean,
Raw isn't a reality TV show, though.
no.
Okay, they play character. It's not right, dude. It's not right.
It's not right, but again, she's going to get away with it because she's a woman and because they don't want to tell her to be quiet about it.
I know.
It's what it is. Unfortunately, that's really how the world works. I hate to say that, but
All right. Well, I disagree. The show was good. I don't like what they did with Sarah Lee at the end. And nobody really congratulated Sarah Lee. Everybody was congratulating Josh.
yeah, I wouldn't congratulate her either.
No, hey, and you know what? She worked hard in the last couple weeks. Maybe she will be that diamond in the rough. She might be, dude. You never know. Stop shaking your head. One time, Bailey wasn't the greatest thing.
Oh, she was always the greatest
Stop
thing.
it. No.
She was always the greatest thing. She was better than Lita and Trish Stratus combined. That's right. That's right. I said that out there.
I cut you off for that. Never
don't
say
care.
that on this show again.
Oh, I will.
Never say that. Anyway, Brock Lesnar's opponent at Madison Square, a couple other things, and then we'll get into Raw or SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar opponent at Madison Square Garden live special will be no other than Bo Dallas.
Is that really important news?
Absolutely. Also, other news. Well, it's going to last like 2 minutes, dude. Come on. Their entrance will last longer than the match. Sting will face Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. We'll go into what we feel about it after Raw.
Yeah.
After we review Raw. But first, let's talk about SummerSlam. What we thought, what we liked, whatever. Let's go through the matches first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. To open up the show, Jon Stewart comes out with your boy from New York, Mick Foley. I know you were happy.
It was okay. I mean, I couldn't understand a word he was saying, though.
Well, it was kind of loud.
I literally could not understand a word he was saying.
The house was kind of loud, so we couldn't hear it.
Yeah. And there was only like 2 people there, but, you know.
Z Money was loud. Then we had Sheamus versus Orton. Who did we? You and Z had Sheamus, and me and JP went with Orton. Sheamus wins with the bro kick. It was a good match. We knew it was going to be a good opening match.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was okay. I liked the match, but I didn't. I mean, because Sheamus won, right?
Yeah, I just said it.
And see, here's the problem, though. I was because I was hoping he would cash in. We'll talk about that later, as we know he didn't.
No, he didn't cash in. We'll talk about that, though.
You
Are
know.
you done talking about Sheamus and Orton?
I guess.
Okay, then let's move on. New Day versus Los Matadors versus Lucha Dragons versus Primetime Players. We all had, well, except for you, had Primetime Players. You had New Day.
Yep.
New Day end up winning, which basically that's the reason you won was Sheamus, Orton, and New Day. Rusev with Summer Rae versus Ziggler with Lana. First of all, the tag team match was good. It's a 4-way match. So there's too many people in it. It was a double count out, the Rusev match. And you know what? Actually, I didn't count that as that shouldn't be a win for you. So actually, you only beat me by 1.
So doesn't matter. I still won. Even if we tied, I still
actually, I
won.
might be able to go through here and get another win out, and I might have beat you.
No, you would have tied me.
Yeah,
I would have still won.
Yeah. I know. Anyway, the match was okay. You know what this means? We'll see another match at Night of Champions,
Yeah.
or we'll see something else happen. Then we have Stardust and Barrett versus Neville and Arrow. Neville and Arrow win after Neville hits the red arrow on Barrett. We all picked Neville and Arrow, the green arrow. Mm-hmm. Actually, no. Yeah, we did. We all had them. No, actually, Z picked King Barrett. My fault.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason he finished that bad. The match was good. JP can say what he wants. Stephen Amell had a good match. He didn't do a lot of great stuff, but he didn't need to do a lot of great stuff.
No, I didn't like the way he was dressed and stuff. I wanted to see more, and I didn't like.
He wore the outfit in the entrance.
He wore a hoodie.
That's what he wears.
No, he could have had the bow. Could have looked like a superhero, man. Come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You're fighting Stardust, who is a human supervillain. You could have wore a superhero look instead of gym shorts. Oh, I'm a superhero. I show up with gym shorts? Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm not saying he had a great match, but gym shorts. I'm Stephen Amell. No, I'm the Green Arrow. No, I'm coming out as Stephen Amell. Come on, man.
What was he supposed to wear?
It's not Jim Short.
I would have been okay if they done his entrance from Arrow,
Yeah.
like the theme song at least.
Just something.
No,
It's
the theme song.
SummerSlam.
The theme song, I could see him doing the theme song to Arrow, but the what he wore, what else could he wore really?
No, but-
he could have been all face paint. He
Yeah.
could've- no, that's not.
Yeah.
that's not him though. He didn't want.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just felt like there was nothing to the entrance. Ooh, I put my hoodie back. Woo, I'm ready for the match. No, dude, come on.
Well, like we've heard before though, the person has to sell the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't
He didn't sell it. I will say that he didn't sell the entrance. He's like, all right, I'm here.
I mean,
you know,
yeah.
They should have spent more time on that.
I mean, you had
Okay.
him and Adrian Neville. You could have done the whole Red Arrow and Green Arrow deal. You
no,
could have done
You
it.
could have, but he's not the Red Arrow. Everybody knows that.
But he does the
But what I'm saying though is he could have done a little bit more. They could have spent more time on the entrance.
Yeah.
But it looks like they spent a lot of time on the moves, and he didn't miss any moves. He didn't botch anything, and that's the most important thing.
Because speaking
I'll
of,
take that over the entrance.
Well, speaking of the entrances, there was really no surprising cool entrances through the whole like nobody did anything like spectacular.
Well, we're not talking about everybody yet.
No, but I'm saying like there was no spectacular like you
Well,
know how at SummerSlam they
nobody
always
says
do like the
come to-
big like you know like they freaking DX brought a tank in, man. Come on. You don't remember that? There's no like spectacular stuff anymore, man.
Yes, there is. It's called WrestleMania. What do you need to do at SummerSlam? Who do you got that's gonna come in? Do you want? I think you would have been happy if Neville would came down from the sky.
Yeah.
With the red
Yeah,
hood.
that
on.
would have been great.
Really? You're an idiot. Be quiet.
Man.
I was okay with his entrance. He wear it's a little bit different anyway. They don't do from the sky anymore.
So
Yeah, stop it. Anyway, we had after that match we had Big Show versus Ryback versus Miz. Ryback wins. Yeah. Woohoo! But anyway, Ryback ends up winning. You and Z had the Big Show.
yeah.
I had the Miz, and JP and Scott had Ryback.
I mean, who the hell do you have a rivalry with this kid? Like,
Who,
they're-
Ryback?
yeah, like there's nothing to do with them now.
Yeah, not really. Well, no, you can keep doing stuff with. You can do something with somebody, dude.
Yeah.
I put him against. Well, let's get through this, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk about Raw and talk about who should rivalries and stuff. Next match we had Wyatt and Harper versus Reigns and Ambrose. Reigns ends up winning with the spear. You and JP had Ambrose and Reigns. Everybody else had Wyatt and Harper. It was a good match. I didn't like the ending. I don't like the clean wins with especially for Wyatt at a big pay-per-view. Once again, losing.
Well, I get the reason they did it because they're going to do a rubber match. Because at Battleground, if I'm not mistaken, Bray Wyatt won. So
Right.
I guess they're going to do
That
a
was
rubber
a
match.
1-1 match, but yeah, we'll
Well,
talk about that.
Yeah, but it's still a Reigns and Wyatt rivalry, right? I
Right.
mean, that's what we're calling this.
And that's the problem. The basis of this rivalry is Reigns and Wyatt.
Yeah.
And Ambrose is in the mix.
Yeah, he's just there.
Then we had Cena versus Rollins, which was not the main event, or it wasn't even close to the main event. So
It was the
surprising.
hour event.
Yeah, it was at 9:00. Anyway, you had Rollins wins with the pedigree because Jon Stewart came out and hit Cena with the chair. I understand why he came out and hit him with the chair. I don't need to see Jon Stewart come out.
There was a lot of talk, and I don't want to spoil anything on Raw, but there was a lot of talk about what if Flair came out and hit Cena with the chair. I mean, I
I would have rather seen that.
yeah, Like there was, because it would make sense, right? Like I'm not letting you take my 16, but
Well, you could even brought back Flair when Cena, after he won the 16th time, and he tried to go for the 17th to break the record. You could have had a little heat there already,
Right.
Because what you gonna do with Stewart? You ain't bring him back anymore.
No.
He's done. So,
but Flair makes sense.
but here's the reason Stewart made sense in New York, because he's from New York. His son's a big fan. He's a big enough name to do it. I think it would have been better for Flair, but yeah.
no, he was good as a host. Just
the host was fun. I'm talking about
just
interfering
being
in the match.
Yeah.
But anyway, the match was good. Even though somebody didn't. My boys got new tights. I like the white and gold.
What biker wears white
Hey.
and gold?
He's starting to look like somebody we know.
Oh, don't you dare say it! Don't you dare! I quit if you say it. I do. We do not compare those two. Don't you compare them? I know you want to say it.
What are you talking about?
I know.
I have no clue what you're talking
Oh,
about.
you know.
What are you talking about?
You want to say he looks like somebody
Well, I'll show you. I'll look for it and show you.
wearing the white. Next thing you know, he's going to come out to a certain kind of music.
I hope so. Absolutely.
And then he's going to start doing this with his boot. You know?
What are you doing over there? What are you talking about?
Tuning it up.
All right. Anyway, yeah, stop tuning out.
Tuning it up.
Oh, that was wrong. Yeah, they had Heath Slater underneath the statue. We'll
Talk about Heath. No, he's Slater sighting, but a Zack Ryder sighting was around there. Not at SummerSlam, but he was there in NXT. We'll talk about that later.
Stop it.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway, moving right on because you're killing it.
I'm doing great.
Then we had Team PCB
Come on, say it right.
versus Team Bad versus the Bellas. Team Bad loses and Becky wins the match. I thought it was an elimination match.
No, it was.
I thought one member at a time, not the whole team.
Yeah. No, I hated though that they got rid of Bad right out the gate, man. Like, wow. So, like, wow. I mean, the only reason I was kind of weird about
Looks
it.
kind of similar.
No, screw you, man. Screw you.
Should I post that to JP's account?
Don't you do that. Don't you do
How
it.
fast do you think he'd flip out?
He might join us in like a few seconds.
All right,
No,
go ahead.
but no. The thing is, this is that PCB won the last one, so I wanted to see the Bellas or Team Bad win. Is I just feel like they're focusing too much on PCB. No offense to PCB, they're great, but Sasha's good too. Naomi's good too. I mean, this is a Divas Revolution, not Becky, Paige, and Charlotte Revolution. I'm just saying.
It is a Becky revolution.
No, but it's just I kind of it's lackluster that they won twice in a row basically, and it's
Well, what's missing? There's a couple things missing. The first thing is we're missing a rivalry for the title. The
Yes.
title's not nothing, and we don't see many one-on-one matches. We need to see more one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a match where all the other members are banned from ringside.
or a triple threat is fine, but for the title,
Right.
a triple threat for the title,
Right, and that's what they're leading up to, but they need to hurry up and lead up to it.
please. At Night of Champions, the title's on the line. It has to be, right?
Well, it's Night of Champions. You kind of got to.
Okay.
Let's get through the last two matches, and
All
then
right.
we'll take a break.
Okay.
Owens versus Cesaro. Owens wins with the pop-up powerbomb. Match of the night, in my opinion.
Oh, it was good.
I thought it was a great match. Then the last match was Undertaker and Lesnar. Taker wins with Hell's Gate because Lesnar had Undertaker an armbar in the move, and what? I'm sorry.
No,
you gonna let me finish?
I'm
Or you gonna let me finish?
yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't even
He
talking
had
to
him
you.
an arm. I know what you're saying. You're doing like this.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
All right. Well, he was in an armbar, and Undertaker tapped out on his leg. The timekeeper rang the bell. Okay. When he rang the bell, Brock thought he won, stood up. Undertaker hit him in between the legs, or in between the sables. And
All right, no,
he-
I'm not letting you say that on national radio land. You are not saying sables.
well, no, iHeartRadio is okay with it. Oh yeah, or iTunes. But no, he hit him in between the sables, and when he did, Undertaker put him in Hell's Gate. As he's in Hell's Gate, Lesnar flips him off, which they blurred out on TV, which was funny. On Raw,
They put him in Michelle's
Then-
cool.
Then, no, hold on. So he passed out from the move from being McCool. And Undertaker won.
I can't believe you did that, but okay. No, what I was trying to remember because, it made no sense. Like the whole gimmick made no sense. How does the timekeeper see it? Because they were behind the timekeeper, right? How did he see the tap? But the ref
He
didn't.
wasn't. He was Undertaker. The ref was on the other side, where the Undertaker, other side where he was tapping, so he couldn't see it. Okay, the timekeeper was staring right at where the Undertaker. Yes,
Yeah, no,
because they're here.
Yeah.
Okay, they're here. The ref's on this
yeah.
side. He can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, timekeeper is here
Yeah.
where he could see it.
Still.
It made sense. I
Yeah.
understand.
Still poor gimmick.
It's not a poor gimmick. I understand why they did it. All right. We're going to take a break, come back, and let you complain a little bit more.
I will.
You're listening to Wrestling with Attitude. This is the original Pete, the Summit, WWA. Personally, do not want to see Undertaker ever again. And he's going to be a part-time guy. That is my problem with this business right now. Everything is about part-time people. You can catch all your favorite episodes at WrestlingWithAttitude.com or Stitcher.com. Like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude. Follow us on Twitter at WWA Show. And you're welcome from the Savior of Wrestling. Welcome back to the show.
Boo.
What? I want to make you need Christian music.
Music.
No, I don't mean Christian the wrestler. You need some Christian music.
That wasn't
Rest your
Christian
soul.
music. That was wrestler.
That was Christian music.
Speaking of them, they're gonna be on the Stone Cold
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, there's a reason. Look, JR. That's the reason I played the music, because they will be on broadcast next week after Raw.
That's gonna go pretty good. That's the first time they had a tag team on the podcast. Well, on his WWE podcast.
I don't see many words getting in with the three of them.
Well, not for Chris.
They need more of an hour show. Our 2 hour show.
They can go
I
as
think.
long as they want, man.
Yeah, they might need to go 2 hours on this podcast, because the three of them together, it's gonna take a while.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're getting right into Raw. This week, the Raw was from Brooklyn, New York. Same place as SummerSlam. They showed Triple H and Rollins at WWE headquarters earlier in the day. I loved it. They said they will unveil the Rollins statue. What? We haven't talked about the statue
No.
yet, so you can't go into it.
No.
What?
I was gonna say, like, if you had a SummerSlam ticket, could you just bring that back to Brooklyn?
No.
And go go to Raw.
SummerSlam is now like WrestleMania. You can buy a package for Saturday, for Sunday and Monday. Okay.
And you probably get
And
NXT
now,
in there.
Well, hold on a second there, Horsey.
First
listen.
off, Horsey.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called you
I
anymore.
don't know what that is.
All right, but just let me get done. Now, WrestleMania access, at WrestleMania, you get the Hall of Fame induction on Saturday.
Okay.
When you buy the package, you get WrestleMania. You get the Hall of Fame induction, you get WrestleMania, and you get Raw the next night. So when I go to Dallas, that's what I'll be trying to get.
No, that makes
Now,
sense.
NXT Access, Access, they have the matches at Access, WrestleMania Access.
Okay.
That's what they did last year at WrestleMania. But because you don't have a Hall of Fame induction at SummerSlam, you don't need it. You got to remember, Hall of Fame induction used to be at SummerSlam when they first started.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, that's
I always
what you
thought
know.
it was a WrestleMania thing.
It started at, like, they had the night before SummerSlam as the Hall of Fame induction.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Not anymore, though. Now it's at WrestleMania. It makes much more sense.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we had Rollins, the statue. Lesnar came out with Heyman. Heyman says he has enough material for all 3 hours of Raw, which I bet you he does because everybody's cheering it. No, it would have been great. Lesnar says he wants The Undertaker tonight. Bo Dallas comes out. Lesnar hits 5 German suplexes on Bo. He looks like he was dead. And then Heyman says he wants him to give him an F5. He does an F5 plus 5 German suplexes, and I think Bo Dallas is done now. I think he's completely dead.
So are they facing at Madison Square
They're
Garden?
facing it. I can't wait for Madison Square Garden because it's going to take 2 months for him to heal. Then we had New Day versus Lucha Dragons with primetime players on commentary. New Day comes out singing. I loved it because they were singing New York, New York, but New Day rocks.
New Day, New Day.
Yeah,
That was
it was great.
great.
It was a promo, one of the promos of the night. New Day ends up winning with their finisher after the match. The Dudley Boys come back. They put Xavier Woods through a table with 3D. I don't care what anybody says. I'm glad they're back. And for the tag team titles, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a different scenario than fighting for the world title. So,
Yeah.
but the Dudleys are back.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's the Dudleys.
That's all you got to say.
Well, I was actually going to ask if you had their music, but but other than that, no. I'm glad the Dudleys are back because one thing, like you and I have talked about, is it's been 10 years since they've been in WWE, and I'm okay with it. And they can still wrestle. This isn't like someone coming back that can't wrestle, or they're still kind of young, right? They're in their 40s, right? I think so.
Yeah, they're in their Bully Ray, Bubba Ray can still go.
You
And
want him to be Bully Ray.
I do so bad. I do. I really hope if he's done, when he's done with Devon as tag teams, I really hope he stays around as a authority figure. I would love him to be the commissioner of Raw, or something, because he's so good on the mic. I mean, he's you talk about somebody that needs to run GFW, or they don't need it because. Anyway, it's different. But he would be great in Raw. Hopefully, when he's done, he stays with the company.
Oh, yeah.
The two of them have a wrestling school that they do.
Yeah.
So,
Team 3D.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope he stays around. I really do.
And speaking of the Dudley Boys, they're going to be on SmackDown tonight.
Yes, they were. And I read the results already. They were fighting Lucha Dragons, I think.
What?
Maybe it's not Lucha Dragons. I'll look again for you. But they were fighting somebody. I'll look. But I'm glad they're back.
Yeah, because what you told me, they're on full schedule, right?
It looks like they're on a full-time schedule.
That's awesome.
So it looks like they'll be there for a while.
So they're getting their money's worth, or we're getting our money's worth for these guys.
right.
This is going to be good. So that's the reason I'm happy that they're back. This isn't like The Undertaker. This isn't like someone else that comes back and only wrestles so much a year. These guys are wrestling a full-time schedule. I mean, I didn't have a problem with when the New Age Outlaws did it, and I won't have a problem when these guys do it. If you're going to wrestle a full-time schedule, great. More power to you.
Right. Anyway, we had, Rollins backstage with Triple H and Stephanie. They were looking at the actual statue when you remember? It was nice. It was a good statue. It was good. I can't wait to see it at WrestleMania. Then we had Reigns and Ambrose versus Wyatt and Harper. During the match, and there's a new Wyatt family member that comes out. He appears with a black sheep mask. It is Braun. Yes, Braun.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strong. Yeah, Strong. Thank you.
Who is that?
Braun Strong. You got to Google. Huge, really big guy. He beat up Reigns and Ambrose by himself. Then we have Miz TV with Becky Lynch, Paige, and Charlotte. Charlotte told Miz, you have really lived up to Flair's legacy, because during the promo, Miz says, I have done a great job. I have perfected the figure four, and I made his career a lot better because of what I do. And Charlotte made fun of him, and that's when Charlotte told him that. So you've really lived up to his legacy. Bella's come out. They all end up brawling. Then we got PCB versus Bella's. Fox wins with the axe kick.
You just can't get used to that, can you?
I don't like it. I rather say the sorority's submission system.
Then say it, man. Come on, we did Tropical Truth on this place. We can do anything.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody listens to the show. Stardust attacks Barrett because they were supposed to be tagging. Neville comes out, tries to go for the red arrow. Stardust moves. Then we got Jon Stewart comes out.
Oh.
What? Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing about Stardust.
What?
Because I've been thinking about it. So, because we saw him at SummerSlam, we saw him then. He looks like Goldust. Is this a foreshadow to him and Goldust that we've wanted to see a year or two ago? Because I've heard rumors about Goldust, about possibly he hasn't retired yet, right?
No.
Okay. See, that's why I'm confused, man.
You would be.
I just, could you see Goldust having one more match with Cody?
I would really seen it a year ago, but yeah, I could see it.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe they'll lead that up to SummerSlam. WrestleMania. Maybe. I don't think they'll drag it out that long, but maybe he returns at the Rumble and then boom. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, you good?
Yeah.
Or moving on from that, Jon Stewart comes out. He's a thank you Stewart chant breaks out. Stewart did it because he says he did it because he couldn't let Cena tie Flair's record. He says Flair is the greatest champion of all time. Ric Flair, of course, comes out. Flair said he was pulling for Cena to break it. Cena comes out. John Cena sucks chant breaks out. I do love how the Kurt Angle chants now is Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah. I like how they do it. Cena hits Stewart with an AA. Oh, yeah, by the way, during the Divas match, there was a wave going around. They had to go to break because they were trying to – look, it's very classless to do a wave during a match at a live event or a TV event. A live event, no one cares. But a TV event – this isn't the Super Bowl, all right?
Or start chanting the announcer names because you
or
hate the match.
Or they start chanting, "We're awesome," not the wrestlers. We're awesome.
We are awesome.
Yeah, I just come on, people. I feel bad not just for Becky and Charlotte. I feel bad for all of them. The Bellas. You didn't see Team Bad this week. Even, look, they don't suck. I can understand.
They don't.
Yeah, I can understand if you were chanting it during last year when they were doing it during God, Alberto Del Rio's match. I understand that. Okay, this isn't Del Rio. These girls actually can do it.
Has
And,
it really
you
only
know,
been a year since
Yeah.
he's been gone?
It's been a while. Anyway, I wanted to share that. Cena's backstage with Renee Young. He says later on he's going to talk with Rollins, but Stephanie sends him home. So we might not see Cena for a while. Ziggler with Lana, Ryback, and Orton versus... Not with Lana. Yeah, Ziggler with Lana versus Big Show, Owens, Sheamus, and Rusev. Orton team wins with RKO. Big Show KOs Sheamus during the match accidentally. And they all, the bad guys jump on the Big Show.
Oh.
And then the good guys come in and hit the moves on them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Summer, because, it's right after SummerSlam. After her pay-per-view.
That didn't help. I tried to, actually then Cena and Stephanie were backstage. The White family, Bray Wyatt introduces the new member, Bram Stoker.
First off, he's not the guy who made Dracula. Okay,
Wait,
that is not the Bram Stoker.
No, he's Bram Strowman. He is the Sausage King of New York, not Chicago. Right, Graham Strowman, same guy, right?
First off, I can't believe you made that reference. I applaud you for it because
You like that, don't you?
No one knows who the Chicago King is.
No, the Chicago King of New York.
The Sausage King.
The Sausage King of New York. Sorry.
Hey guys, who's the Chicago King of New York?
Yeah, no, it's the Sausage King of New York.
Wow.
You have
We
Fred.
went from Bram Stoker to the Sausage King
Yeah.
of New York.
You had,
Woo!
Bram, what was it, Graham Strodom or whatever, Chicago? I can't remember. Ferris told me once before. I forgot. Wow. Then we got The Authority comes out. They sing Happy Birthday to Vince. Hey, Vince McMahon, happy 70th
Yeah,
birthday.
happy 70th.
From our show to your show.
Yeah, from our show to your show, sir. Because we got mutual respect.
Absolutely, we do. And thank you for everything you've done for
Yeah.
wrestling and everything else. And matter of fact, I got a song for you.
It's not his anniversary, it's his birthday, damn it.
Still, it works. When you get the 70th birthday, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it's just the anniversary of your day you were born.
They bring out Seth Rollins, and they're getting ready to unveil it. They do, and Sting is underneath the veil. Sting ends up beating up Seth Rollins, and we have a main event at Night of Champions: Sting versus Rollins. Yeah.
Did you hear the crowd going wild?
No,
Man!
no. Listen, I'm okay with Sting. I love Sting being there. I just, like I said with Lesnar last year, and I've said with Cena and Orton for the last 2 years, those guys do not need to fight for the world title. You got young guys in the company that need to carry that company without these other guys coming in. And we're still not doing it. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't have a problem with Rollins versus Sting. I don't, not right now. Yeah. Rollins is not made enough to go against Sting. You need to let him and Ambrose carry this company for a good 6 months, or Reigns. Carry this company. You're rolling the dice on Rollins already. Let the three of them carry this company. And we still haven't seen the Shield go at it yet.
So are you keeping it, Rollins?
I was trying to keep it Rollins, but this is just, it's making it rain.
Dude, stop it. Just stop it.
It's making
These
it
are like
rain.
bad Shield puns.
It's making it rain because I'm on the edge because I'm a lunatic fringe.
You're puncturing the Shield, sir.
No, I'm just saying.
You are puncturing the Shield.
Oh, I feel like I need a theme song.
No, please don't have a theme song.
I do know. Actually, I do. I got a theme
God.
song. Hold on a second. Let me find it.
How do you have a theme song? Actually, wait, why am I asking that? I know why you have a theme song.
No, I have a song for this. I need to find it.
Oh, God.
I will here in a minute, but come on. Don't kill the company.
Look, I get the frustration But I also understand, look, it's the same thing with Lesnar. As much as I hated it with Lesnar, I'm not happy about it with Sting.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised with it with Sting.
All right, listen.
Oh my God!
As I said, I'm trying to keep it Rollins, but it's making it rain because I'm a lunatic on the fringe because I don't like the way this is Rollins.
I don't like it. There's yellow walls behind me. I don't like it.
So instead of braying about it, I'm going to just believe about it. There you go. All right, there's the Summit's wrap for today.
That's the worst rap I've ever heard
Whatever.
since going fishing, man.
What? Oh, yeah. That's right. I turned it off. Anyway.
No, but the whole thing with Sting is this, though. I get why they're doing it because of money, but at the same time, you're right. He should. Rollins should be going against the younger guys. Sting does not need to do it. If you're going to do it, as much as I would hate it, but save it for WrestleMania or something. Why? I mean, if you're going to do it at Night of Champions, that's great. But I don't want to see it again at WrestleMania. That's the thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see Sting go for the title at WrestleMania because I feel like he might.
Well, you brought Sting back. I'm okay if Sting fights for the title, but you brought him back one night and you announced it the end of the night.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, you announced it. You announced it the next night on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay? You could have done it next week on Raw. Yeah. You could have done 2 weeks of build-up for this pay-per-view.
But you have him and Triple H build up for 3-4 months.
Right. I just, and that's fine. You do that long of a build-up because it's WrestleMania build-up. Just because he appeared in the statue and he didn't get beat up or anything. No. He didn't get touched. And Triple H is supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the authority that he does what's best for business.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Sting versus Rollins is best for business? Are you kidding me?
But what I don't get, why is Triple H scared of Sting now? He beat Sting
That's
at
right.
WrestleMania.
He didn't just beat them. They shook hands after the match.
Yeah, so why is he scared of him? Screw you, Sting. I beat you.
Well, they had a match at WrestleMania, and they shook hands.
Yeah.
It's not like he left. They left on the same page.
So
and
it's like,
Sting's in the
Sting's all like, oh, no, whoa, Sting's in the ring. Come on, honey, get out of the ring. Let's get out. No, come on, dude.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on because
There's
we spent a
nothing
lot of time on it. No, we do. We got a couple more things we need to get through real fast.
Okay.
But anyway, that's Raw. I thought it was a great Raw. SummerSlam was okay.
Yeah. Good returns. Good segments. Good
No matter
segments.
what anybody says, I'm glad the Dudleys returned Monday night, not Sunday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, there were some people, Scott, and I think a couple other people, JP, that was, he liked it, okay, that were complaining because it didn't happen at Raw. I'm okay it didn't happen at Raw. I'm okay.
You mean SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened where it happened.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Well, no, it would have been because what would have happened, they would have interfered in a match. I wouldn't have liked that.
Right. I'm glad it happened after the match. New Day came out with New York music.
Yeah, and they
So
got
it's
to basically like pander the crowd, and then boom!
Yeah.
I thought that was the perfect.
No, it was perfect. The Sting thing you couldn't have done the night before either because you needed to save it. There was already one screwy finish. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
And now it's time for Superstars of the Week.
All right, who you got?
Whoa. I'm just kind of just like
Oh,
abrupt.
sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead.
Dudley boys, got to give it to him, right?
Absolutely.
Gotta. And I got to give it to just Flair for coming out.
Just for showing up.
Yeah, man. He deserves it. And go out on a limb on here. Cesaro for SummerSlam. As much as I know he lost to Kevin Owens, but hell of a match. I mean, I might actually split the star in half and give them both a half star. But
Oh, my
for
goodness, you
being
can
match
give
of the
both?
night, I believe they both deserve half a star. For
half
being
a
match
star.
of the night.
Awesome. You gave him a half a star.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Man, I was thinking about it during Raw. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give them one no matter what. I was gonna give one person one. I'm trying to remember who.
Oh, I know. It's Rollins, and Rollins.
No, you're wrong. Chris Rollins. No, I'm just kidding. First and foremost, I'm gonna give one to Bo Dallas. Look, dude, you took more F5. You took more. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not giving you one.
Yeah, please don't.
I'll give one to Lesnar because Lesnar and Heyman, as always, Heyman just kills it on the mic. So I'm going to go with Heyman. And it sounds like you're starting to loosen your stance with him now that you actually like.
Look, dude. Okay, I'll give him this. Is that I'm starting to loosen it because I'll give him one thing. He has been on Raw. He has been in that company for the last 3 months. He's been there.
Last 3 months.
Okay, 3. But for the last 3 months, he has been there, which is great, right?
Yeah.
We actually have him on Raw. Now we just need to see him compete once. We'll never see that, but
My next star of the week, I'm gonna give one to Josh for winning Tough Enough. I think the guy's got a real shot to do
that
something in this
Josh.
company.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you
not-
meant like Josh Matthews.
Are you kidding me? The Yeti Josh. I think he's got a real shot to do something in this company.
Don't call him the Yeti Josh. I don't like that.
They'll probably tweak his thing. They'll give him a better outfit. But he's got a chance. He's got a chance.
Yeah.
Sarah Lee's got a chance. Not like Josh, I think, but Sarah Lee. They both could do
Yeah,
something
they
in
have
this
a
company.
chance.
All right. But Josh, I think, because he's got a work ethic. Okay, I think he's got a chance to do something great.
Okay.
And ZZ, if you really want to be in the company, prove it. Go out and work, get in shape, and prove it.
Yeah.
I could see you being. I could see him being on an independent scene somewhere.
He actually could be good if he just would work out.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah. Then, last but not least, was there any options?
You mean?
Look,
Was there any Rollins? Shut.
I just have to say, the first time ever, the U.S. champ and the world champ at the same time in the company. Congratulations to my boy. You know, you can say what you want about SummerSlam. That was the defining moment of SummerSlam. He's he's a champion of both. So you can't make it. And he's the first person to cash in at WrestleMania. Come on, man. Two firsts in a year? Plus he's getting ready to beat Sting. So we'll see. But I had to share that. Yeah.
You're not even gonna give Sting a star, Mr.
what?
WCW
For what?
guy over here,
For what?
for showing up, man.
For showing up?
Yeah.
No, he don't get one this week.
You don't get one this week.
Not this week.
All right.
I do have a dirty what if we could do.
Okay.
Man, why not? We're going to do it. But that was Raw and SummerSlam. SummerSlam wasn't bad. It could have been a lot better, but it was okay. I would have gave it a C+.
It wasn't the greatest SummerSlam ever,
I
as
gave
much
it-
as they wanted it to be.
I gave it a C+.
Yeah. But for 4 hours, I think it was the 4 hours. If you made that a 3-hour show, I think it would have been better.
No.
No?
No, because the 4 hours wouldn't make a difference. Basically, the 7 o'clock matches was the pre-show matches.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, except for Sheamus and Orton. You wouldn't have had Sheamus and Orton on the pre-show.
No.
You would have moved Ziggler or one of those other matches on the pre-show.
Yeah, you
so
don't put
I
Money
think
in
it
the
was
Bank.
fine. I think it was what needs to happen if it's going to be 4 hours. There needs to be more things happen. You need to have a Divas title match maybe. Elimination Divas title or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Too dirty to clean my act up.
You don't sing the last part, do you? You don't sing the last part, do you?
Nope.
All right. Well, here you go. Since it's Sting week,
Oh, God.
WrestleMania 18. What if Sting had come to WWE in at WrestleMania 18. Hold on. Sting was approached that year to make his WWE debut and wrestle on the big event. Once he was introduced to the brand, it was pitched that at WrestleMania 18, Sting would face Kurt Angle. If you remember, Kurt was eventually thrown into a match with Kane with a little setup. The deal apparently fell apart as Sting wasn't willing to work the full WWE schedule. Had the Stinger said yes back in 2002, he would be wrestling for WWE at the age of 43 instead of 55. The match against Angle would have been excellent. They had great matches in TNA. Sting could have also gone on to a dream match that no longer Sting versus The Undertaker. And you got to remember on 18 it was Undertaker versus A-Train and The Big Show.
A-Train.
No, that was at 19. But, think about it. Sting's career would have changed forever had he chosen to be at WWE at 18. He could have taken on Shawn Michaels and The Rock. And, I don't know if that's what happened, him and The Undertaker could have formed a sinister duo and took on somebody.
They could have.
Possible. What do you think?
I don't know, man. The thing with the Sting is this. It's a really tough what if, because with Sting, if WrestleMania 18, I don't see him going against Angle, though, if it would have happened.
No,
I would have saw him.
He would have had to.
Yeah.
Because think about the other matches.
Because I think you would have said, screw Scott Hall and Stone Cold, put Stone Cold and Sting or something like that against each other. Or have Hogan and Sting in WWE and then just,
But how would that, you got to understand what we're saying. What I'm saying, though, you couldn't have put Sting against Stone Cold. It wouldn't have worked that year because you brought in the NWO right there at No Way Out. So it's a pay-per-view before. You wouldn't have had time to put anybody else against them. It would have had to be Kurt Angle. And think about it, Angle was a young guy. Dude, it could have made, his career's made anyway. But think about that. That would have been younger Sting against younger Angle.
Yeah. I don't know. See, it'd be weird to me because I just don't see the, no pun intended, the angle of Angle versus Sting.
How do you not see the angle of the angle?
Shut up. I knew you were doing that. No, I don't know. I guess it's just because with Sting, I feel like, The Undertaker, all these other people I would have saw before Angle. But I get what you're saying because everyone else was kind of already locked in the storyline. You really couldn't do anything. But I think if Sting came over, you would have saw all these dream matches. Hell, you would have saw him and Hogan in WWE against each other, probably. For the title. When Hogan won the title again, you probably would have saw them for the title. And you probably would have saw Triple H versus Sting for the title a few times, too.
Right. But that's what we're saying. Think about it. It would have been the perfect time. Because then you could have saw The Undertaker and Sting at a younger age.
Yeah.
So.
Think about that invasion. Think about if you did him during
with Sting.
The invasion angle.
With Sting would have been the centerpiece of all of it.
Right?
Right.
You bring him in at the end and lights go out, boom, Sting's there.
No,
Sting's with the WCW.
No offense. It was Booker T at the center of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And Booker T is great. I love Booker T.
Yeah.
But Sting would have added so much more to that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So, but anyway, that was this week's What If. Some notes this week in wrestling history. WWE held SummerSlam in New York, Unionville, New York. It was Lesnar defeated The Rock to capture his first WWE title.
Is that not ironic?
Yep.
Wow.
In 2006, Kurt Angle was granted his release from his WWE contract at citing health reasons. Then he made a shocking jump to TNA in October. So that was quick. Yeah. 1948, Sergeant Slaughter was born. Paris Island, South Carolina. 1985, AWA on ESPN debuts. August 1990, WWF held SummerSlam in Philly. It was Ultimate Warrior beat Rick Rude in a steel cage match.
Yeah.
WWF held SummerSlam in Raleigh, North Carolina this week. In the main event, it was Rock against Triple H and Kurt Angle. He won. 1989, WWF held SummerSlam in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It was Hogan and Bruce Beefcake against Savage and Zeus. The very first SummerSlam at Madison Square Garden, it was Hogan and Savage against DiBiase and Giant.
That was this week?
Yep.
Wow.
Bret Hart against Bruce Bulldog for the IC match in London, England, was this week in wrestling history. Another SummerSlam. Of course, there's a bunch of SummerSlams. Mickey James was born this week, August 31st. And Jeff Hardy, August 31st, 1977.
Well, happy birthday, Mickey James, and
So,
happy birthday, Jeff.
I'm glad, Jeff, we almost share a date for a birthday. So, you got the 31st, I got the 1st. So, you're a day apart. Of course, I'm a year older than you are.
Only
But
a
it's
year
okay.
older?
Yeah. If you would like to be a new co-host of Wrestling Attitude, please tweet me at WWA Show. I would be more happy to take applicants. And in places,
Applicant.
yes, applications. Don't hate it.
What is this, a freaking corporation here? What are you doing?
By the way, before we move on,
What?
did you realize, and I probably did, but do you know Kane actually had another gimmick before he was the Doctor? No, after he was the Doctor.
Yeah, Diesel.
Yes. I didn't realize.
You didn't know what?
No, I did. It's just been a while since I saw
How
it.
did I know this?
No,
But
no.
you did.
I knew it. It's just been a while since I realized it.
But
But
really?
no, I was watching him and the fake Razor Ramon come out because I'm at the 1997 era now, and no, I remember it, but when I saw it, I was like, is that really him? Because it's been a while since I saw it, and I was like, wow, he was Diesel too.
Yeah, you
I was like, that was
around the
horrible.
96 era where Isaac Yankem
Well, I started in '96, and I'm
Yeah.
working my way forward.
and Isaac Yankem, I guess, lost a match. I think it was like the Shawn Michaels, and you never saw him again. And then all of a sudden, you see him like 3 months later as Diesel. You just see this, and you see that face. You're like, that's Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, it was great. Anyway,
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was very strange. All right, you got anything else?
You
Nothing.
know, I'm
You're
good.
You're good.
I'm at peace.
Thanks, champ. All right, Mouth of the Carolinas. All right. The Mouth says he has nothing else to say, even though he's Mouth of the Carolinas. Oh, jeez. Enjoy your next week of wrestling. Catch us next week. You can catch us on Spreaker, Stitcher, and iTunes.
Stay hype, bros. Stay hype.
Stay hype.
Yeah,
Just stay Bailey.
that too.
We coming now. Come on.